good morning. Alright, so let's do an all signs reading. Figure out what's going on in your world right now. See what y'all are up to. Alright, let's see it. Oh, I should shuffle one more time. I feel it. Okay. Okay. So, current energy for my collective. Interesting. Okay. So, we're starting out with some opposite energies here. We have the Six of Cups, Lord of Pleasure, right? Somebody who's like a little debaucherous, a little, you know, whatever, a little self-indulgent, you know, might be drinking a bit, might be eating a bit, you know, whatever. I just feel a little self-indulgent energy, right? And then with the Four of Cups in reverse, this is the Lord of Blended Pleasures. It's in the reverse, but it's not so much on the sense of self-indulgence so much as it is laziness, right? So it's saying you're not lazy, right? Like, you're not just sitting there lounging around being, you know, extra. It's like, yeah, you're enjoying yourself, but you also work hard for that enjoyment, you know? With the Empress showing up, could be Aries energy. Also, I would say, like, this is somebody who, stands in their power, somebody who's a creator, an artist of some sort, somebody who, like, feels very, at home in, like, the creative, philosophical, like, spiritual side of, you know, life. I just get this vibe that, like, you're an excellent leader. People see you as somebody who, like, kind of brings balance, you know? Somebody who, like, keeps other people grounded, you know, around you. You know, like, you know, how, you know, typically, like, if you go out with your friends, there's always, like, that one person in the group that's kind of, like, low-key always looking out for everybody else around them. Always kind of like, maybe that's too many drinks, or maybe, you know, maybe you shouldn't get that guy's number. You know, like, kind of the person that kind of moms their friends a bit. I kind of get that vibe. It could be masculine as well. Like, you could be a man. It's just, gender's not really a thing in tarot. It's not really a thing at all. It's like a spectrum. We all kind of balance out the masculine and feminine within us in our own way, you know, in our own balance. So I really get this feeling that you're just kind of like, you're always looking out for others. You're always trying to, like, you're a light worker, right? You're a light worker. That's the best way I could put it. Empresses usually are. Great leader. Alright, so let's see. What's heavy on your mind right now? Dang. Okay. So you're ignoring the universe. The universe is sending you messages, downloads. It's trying to talk to you. With the Knight of Wands in reverse, it's like, Knight of Wands is like a messenger of truth, right? Or an urgent one. Somebody who rushes in to, like, kind of speak their mind, speak their truth. And it's like you're not doing that, and by not doing that, you're ignoring the universe. Okay? So, what is this truth? I'll speak it for you. How about that? You're like, this fucking bitch. Yeah. Yeah. truth. Okay. Six of Pentacles in reverse. You feel like you haven't been successful in something. You feel like there's something lacking or something lost. With the Ten of Swords in reverse, I feel like something here has not come to a completion, but yet you feel on the fence about it. Like you're kind of like, should I do it? Right? With the Knight of Swords in reverse, it's like, I feel like you feel called to kind of like end a situation. Could be a job, relationship, friendship, familyship, who knows. Fucking, but it's supposed to be the Titanic, and you out here trying to keep it afloat. But yeah, so, yeah, the Knight of Swords in reverse is like, you're not coming in, you don't want to have, like, this conflict, or you're struggling to want to cut this off, right? With this King of Wands energy, right? King of Wands, you see them as somebody who's very honest, somebody who is very, like, hard-headed, stubborn, somebody who's kind of like an excellent leader also. I feel like you see them as somebody to be respected, right? And that's kind of why it's hard for you to like let go of this, cut it off, and you don't want to feel like you're stabbing this person in the back when they haven't actually done anything to deserve that. But you're not. You're just kind of living true to yourself, you know? Sometimes shit just doesn't work, right? I've ended it with people in the past who were theoretically perfect, you know? They checked off every box on my list, you know? But, didn't make them right for me. Bottom line. Like, sometimes it's like, you don't know until you know. And if you don't know, now you know. You know? It's like, why is this coming in all of a sudden, though? Because this kind of feels like it's hitting you out of left field a little bit. What changed? It's like you don't feel, like, content with this energy. It's like, even though, like, theoretically there's nothing wrong, it's like something's wrong. Something on the inside is wrong. But you feel like with the Seven of Swords in reverse, you can trust them. Three of Swords in reverse, you don't want to hurt them. I feel like that's honorable. That's admirable. It just keeps kind of coming back to this. I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to hurt them. Why are you worried about hurting them? Why does the universe want you to leave them? Give me answers. I need answers. Let me get that Fallen card. So, this is a karmic cycle, right? This relationship, this situationship, whatever it is, this workship, whatever it is, it's like, with the Eight of Swords in reverse, I feel like you felt like you were all in, like you wanted this to be like the end of the road for you, I guess, in this situation. Like, you were just kind of like, yeah, I'm putting all my eggs in this basket. With the Nine of Cups, I see that you were very happy. Like, Like, that was easy for you. But then all of a sudden something shifted, right? Now there's like this uneasiness where you're like, I want to leave. I don't want to hurt them. They don't deserve this. I don't feel right. Emotionally, I'm letting go. What's going on? Going through a shift, brother. Not everyone can go with you. Okay. I want more answers. Yeah, so we have the Hermit going inside. You need to go inside. You need to seek introspection. On the flip-flop, you could be dealing with Virgo. But I think you need to consult with your highest self. You know, I think you really need to assess, like, are you willing to be discontent forever just because somebody was nice? Or because somebody, like, you know, like, sometimes you have to understand, this is, like, life. You know, it's not like you can just choose to be miserable forever and be content with that. At some point, you're bound to face your truth. Five of Wands tells me you're very conflicted about this, right? Five of Wands also tells me there might be a future argument, right? I see these two lions kind of looking crazy and kind of like, ah, you know? So, you know, there might be conflict. It might suck. The Death card, Scorpio energy, tells me that situation will end, you know? It's not really up to you. The universe kind of makes shit happen like that. The Sun card, it's never read in the reverse. It showed up in the reverse. Leo energy. This tells me that you are headed towards ultimate prosperity, abundance, happiness. Things will be very well for you. Like, it's kind of like saying, like, if you just let shit unfold, it will be great. You know? I feel this pulling in your soul. But it's like, you will feel like you're in hell until you do that. It's just gonna drive you fucking crazy. Dude, I've had to walk away from some people who, sure, they didn't deserve it, but they needed it because I wasn't right for their lives, right? Sometimes we have to understand that too. We may not be the best energy for other people. Or, you know, it doesn't mean that our energy is bad. It's just, it's meant for other people. You know, it is what it is. Alright. So, any last messages before we close this circle? King of Cups. Somebody admires the fuck out of you. King of Wands is King of Fire. King of Cups is King of Water. Very opposite energies. The Empress, that's what you're showing up as, whether you're male or female. This could be male or female as well. We already went through that conversation. This is somebody who admires you. Somebody who, like, kind of wants to step up. They want to take that leap of faith, go into the unknown. With the Foolish Man, like, I see them sitting there with, like, they're at the edge of the cliff, they've got a flower in their hand, they're like, I kind of want to do this, I want to take this leap, I want to do this thing. They're just kind of like, I feel like they're waiting on, opportunity, or who even knows if they're waiting on, I mean, I don't like that energy of waiting. I don't like that. What I do notice, though, King of Cups and the Foolish Man both have flowers in their hands, right? I see this energy of, like, somebody wants to offer you something. Somebody wants, And I feel like you know that. I feel like this is what's distracting you from that. It's almost like, you were content, you were happy, you were great. And then this King of Cups shows up out of nowhere and you're like, is this my fucking soulmate? Like, did they just show up out of nowhere when I did not want them to? You know? Yeah, dude, that's how it works. You think you're in the relationship for your life, and then that son of a bitch shows up, right? And then you're like, well, goddamn, now I'm in love and I don't know what to do. Yeah, but you be like that sometimes. And does that make you bad? No. It means your soul calling is calling you somewhere else. I'm digging this reading. I don't want to stop yet. So I'm not gonna. Alright. The High Priestess in reverse tells me that you're in denial. You're in denial. Very nice. Eight of Pentacles. I see you focusing on your work, trying to like avoid thinking about this, or just like whatever. If I don't think about it, it'll go away. 10 of Pentacles. It ain't going away, bud. I don't know why I keep calling you bud. I never say that. Maybe that's like a part of it, like to indicate who the fuck you are, because like I never say bud, and I just said it like 2 or 3 times. Alright, bud. 10 of Pentacles is happy ending, right? It's like, I feel like you're moving towards something that actually works. I feel like on top of this King of Cups having this interest in you, dude, I feel like you're being pulled in. Like energetically, you feel like all my attention. You know, like that's where you're at. You're like all my attention on this. All right. Well, how do you feel about this King of Cups? All right, I know how you feel about the King of Wands. How do you really feel about this King of Cups? This is a safe zone. Queen of Swords in reverse, you don't want to cut this off. You like really dig this King of Cups. You want to be open to it. You just feel like, fuck, why didn't I meet them sooner? Yeah. Well, because then you wouldn't have done all this soul work to get them. Right? It's like, let me think. You've seen that movie Tristan and Isolde, right? If you haven't, you should. It's an excellent movie based on an excellent story. But basically, like, Isolde, she ends up, like, falling in love with Tristan, right? And Tristan goes back to his homeland after she, like, rescues him, and then, like, Tristan helps his king, and the king's like, you know, he wants a wife, and then so Tristan's like, oh, I'll like do this competition tournament thingy so that you can just take the girl, you know, I'm so bad at paraphrasing shit. Okay, basically, like, she's a princess. He didn't know that, so he goes and fights for the princess, for his king. She thinks that it's him fighting for her, and she's like all stoked. She's like, yes, you win me. And then he's like, yeah, but not for you, not for me. And so he has to sit back and he has to watch his best friend, the fucking king, be with the woman of his dreams, right? The woman he loves. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit, where like you feel like it's almost like a day late and a dollar short with this. You're like, fuck, I like got established in something. And then this shows up and just flips me upside down, right? Yeah, and then he's old. She ended up, like, getting established with that king, but eventually she's like, you can't ignore love, bro. Like, it's from God. And Tristan's like, you know what, you're right, though. I can't. And so he, like, goes for her, you know. The ending is kind of fucked up and sad, but I see you're getting a different kind of ending. You know, I see the Sun card. I see the Nine of Cups. I see a lot of happiness and abundance. I see this working for you. It just sucks. So when you feel, like, established and you're like, fuck, I was content. I was good. And then this son of a bitch shows up, catches my eyeballs. It's like, I feel like that's where a lot of your discontent is coming from, because you're just like, dude, I did not see this coming. I thought there was nothing else that I would want, you know? And then the universe is like, oh yeah, you want your twin flame? And you're like, damn it. It reminds me of that Rufus Du Sol song, where he's like, I see myself in your eyes. Do, 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 do. You know, it's very good. Yeah, dude, I feel like you recognize yourself in this other person. And that's kind of why you don't want to cut it off. You don't want to let go. You don't want to let go of that ego. Okay. Maybe Tristan and Isolde was a bad metaphor for that. Maybe, let me think. What's a better one? My life. No, I'm kidding. No, it's like, you get it though. You know, it's just this feeling of like what you want just seems so unattainable because you feel like set in your way, set in a path, and you're like, fuck. Justice in reverse, you feel like this is not fair. But it's in your favor, ironically. It's to make you happy, right? Ten of Wands, you feel like this is like you've got a lot pent up. Like, you've got a lot on your chest, and you need to relieve yourself of this burden, right? And 10 is all about endings and new beginnings. And then the Ace of Wands followed up, you know? And that's all about, you're getting a passionate new beginning. It's like divine intervention is happening. You will not be able to stop, like, obsessing about it. It's just, you know, and it'll just destroy the relationship you already have. Unfortunately, inevitably. You know, it's not like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're kind of being uprooted, you know. The 6, you know. But it's kind of like, I just feel this magnetism here for you, where it's like you just feel so drawn. It's like you can't stop thinking about this King of Cups. You can't stop checking up on them or whatever, you know, whatever your case is. I just feel this energy that you're like very in it. Like, it's like spiritually you're already kind of there. Spiritually you're already giving your energy to them. Spiritually you're already kind of like linking psychically, you know. And it's like, I don't know, maybe this King of Cups just kind of showed up and said the right shit, you know? So, Brenda. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I will tell you what I see. The Last Judgment, like I said, divine intervention. With the Judgment and the Justice card coming out, you could be doing like a legal separation, like a divorce. You could be, with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it does indicate that this is somebody that you've lived with at least. And there are some, like, I's to dot, T's to cross, you know? So there's, like, things you have to go through. And that's part of it. You're like, fuck, I'm gonna have to do this whole thing. Like, I feel like you feel like this person kind of relies on you a bit, right? You're the Empress. You, like, kind of restore that balance in people's life. And you feel like, damn. So, 10 of Cups in reverse tells me you're letting go of something that you thought was your happy ending. And 2 of Cups tells me you're starting something new. That's a new union. Totally different. What's the result of this union, this new union, right? Say you end up with the King of Cups. How would you feel about that? They keep flying. Alright. Princess of Wands. And you might be a bit younger. Than... Or they might be. What I see here, though, is I see you, like, manifesting it almost incoherently. It's like you don't realize you're manifesting it. And you don't realize that energetically you're pulling it in towards you because you are matching so well. So vibrationally well with this King of Cups. It's like you guys are on the same fucking page on, like, everything. And it's like the Newton's law of gravitational... something. Basically, it's the law of attraction with fancier words. But basically, the core center of, like, a celestial body, like a planet, right? If that is energetically matched, like in density, size, you know, whatever, with a planet near it, if it has enough of, like, a match so where it can, like, pull it into its orbit. That's kind of what it does, right? It pulls kind of like the moon to the sun. The moon was a dwarf planet, right? Or to the earth. Oh my god, I know what I'm saying. The moon to the earth. The moon was a dwarf planet, right? And while the earth was forming, it, like, smacks into the earth, drops off all the oceans, you know, a bunch of tardigrades so that there's evolution, all that, whatever. And then, everything kind of evolved from there, right? And so, basically, because of the size of the Earth, because of the energetic frequency match between the Earth and the moon, the moon was, you know, it just was... It was gravitated towards it. It couldn't help it. It was just like magnets. It was like, bro, we doing this. We making a whole Earth baby, right? And they did. The moon is their papa. You know, they did make a whole Earth baby. They livened this place all the fucking way up, you know? And now, to this day, as the moon rotates around the Earth, guess what it does? It controls the oceans. It controls the tides. It's still watching over its offspring, which is kind of fucking cool. You know, we just stand too close to the elephant to really see. You know, we're only on the 3rd dimension, so it's hard for us to perceive outside of, you know, like the 5th dimension. But there's 11 known dimensions in our reality, right? Ants can't perceive past the 2nd dimension. They have no idea that we exist, right? Yet we can have ant farms, we can fuck with their lives, we can, you know, do whatever. Same thing goes with planets. You know, it just goes larger and larger. It's like a Russian nesting doll, right? And so we're all just fractaling, right? But yeah, so I do see it like you're accidentally manifesting this person to you because you match so well. The Lovers, bro, with the Two of Cups, that's divine union. This is your person. Like the real. It's major and minor arcana. It's like this is, as well as them being your divine counterpart, you have done this with them in other lifetimes. That's why you're being pulled in so much. It's like your soul recognizes them. Your soul remembers them. Your soul is like, bro, that's my guy or girl or whatever, you know. Fortitude. This is a situation. This works, right? This is something you want to put your work in for. This is something that really fucking, yeah. With the Princess of Wands. Oh wait, I already pulled that. I was like, wait a second, didn't I already? Yeah. Yeah, so you're manifesting this at such a rapid fucking rate, dude. This is something that works. Right? This is something that, bro, like, I cannot say it more clearly. Right? And it's like, you feel it. You feel called to it. You feel the magnanimity. You feel how magnanimous it is. I'm not gonna try to say that word. But yeah. So you feel how magnanimous this is. You feel how fucking out of the world this connection is. It's so out of the world that, like, you feel it. It's awakening you to something. Your soul is fucking awakening to this. It was inevitable. The universe was like, you're gonna try to go have your happy ending with the karmic. Good luck. Chicken butt. Yay. Alright. So, let's pull some oracles for you. What do the oracles have to say? What do you have to say for yourself? Okay. Dude, honestly though, you're gonna be fine. Night Watch in reverse. It's like, yeah, somebody who once had all of your attention is losing it. Losing all of your attention. It's this energy of, like, you don't care to check on them. You don't care about what they're doing. It's like you're just kind of like, it's like when they check on you, you almost feel a little put out, but you're like, they didn't do anything wrong. It's like spiritually you feel like, this ain't right. Dude, when it doesn't feel right, you're gonna be like, yeah, called into the real shit, you know? Standing tall, you gotta stand your ground, bro. You gotta do what's right for you. As much as it sucks, I know it sucks, but, like, you gotta, like, I mean, otherwise, it's gonna suck worse if you don't. You know, if you don't just cut the cord, because then you're holding on to somebody who's not meant for you, right? You're keeping them from their soulmate. You're keeping your soulmate from finding their soulmate because you're the soulmate of that soulmate. And, like, so it's like you are kind of like, you're kind of like, rejecting the gift, you know? And rejecting your gift, like trying to turn off your call of longing, right? Commemoration in reverse, it's like, your sense of duty to where you're at is kind of like where you're struggling. Like, you're really trying to be like, no, I don't want this. no, 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 no. And it's like, I feel it though. It's like energetically, you can't stop coming back to this energy. You can't stop, like, wanting to know what this King of Cups is up to, what they're doing. Kind of like, you know, you're just kind of like in it with them. Emotionally, you're already broken up with your King of Wands. Emotionally, that ship has sailed. Yeah, they were very passionate. Yeah, they were very vibrant. But there was something missing. And the thing that's missing is that they can't ever be the one, right? Close, but not quite. There's only one. And, yeah, dude, I feel like you're having a real spiritual battle over this. But you know what's more of a betrayal than walking away when it's done? Staying when it's done. I know, I've done it. I've done it. And then you end up hurting them anyway. Because you can't be happy. You can't find the contentment in your soul. You feel like everything is wrong. You're like, you don't want to be bothered with their presence anymore because your spirit knows it's wrong. You know, your spirit's like, dude, it's like, it sucks. It sucks when you have that realization. But it's beautiful that you found your counterpart. Let's talk about the reality of that. It's so rare to find your divine counterpart that this is like kind of a miracle, and you don't even realize. You know, you don't realize how much of a miracle this actually is for you. That you have it. You know, I wouldn't waste that. You know, some soulmates, yeah, they're great. Or not soulmates, karmic soulmates. Some karmic soulmates, yeah, they're great. But they're not that twin flame soulmate. You know, it's not that, like, you don't feel them move in your soul, right? And honestly, like, it's weird when you, like, I mean, I wouldn't know, but according to legend, when you have like that divine counterpart, even on a sexual level, you're gonna kind of like lose interest in other people, like in other energies. It's like that's all you're gonna want to think about, you know, like if you're in the act of sex, like, yeah, your body might be in another person's body or vice versa, but at the same time, your mind, your spirit is like you're in your person, you know, your actual divine counterpart. Feel like you feel it. It doesn't matter. You can ignore it if you want. The universe is gonna interject. They might leave you. Your King of Wands might get tired of your shit because you're not gonna be there. Emotionally, like, they'll feel it. It's like inevitable. Whatever the case though, I wish you well. I know that you're gonna do fine. I know you're gonna handle it. I know you're gonna do great. Sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. Namaste. I love you all, and I hope this was helpful.